இருக்க கண்டிக்கும் போது கருத்தை காட்டி தன்னை மென்மை காட்டுகிறவர்களின்
Yeah, no sound. I was on mute. So don't worry, you can hear me, right? Okay, no problem. Okay, it's 8 o'clock now. Okay, for those who are punctual, let's start on time. Okay, hi everyone. Okay, welcome to the product sharing for today. Okay, today we are going to share for this wonderful product called Pomesteen Power. Pomesteen Power. Okay, so for those who are not familiar with me, let me introduce myself first. Okay, I'm Mr. T. I'm from Singapore. So today's sharing is actually for FLP Malaysia, but I think because we are on Zoom, you can actually log in anywhere in the world and listen to the sharing for today. Okay, my name is T. Okay, usually people call me T lah, or just this is my surname, or just call me Mr. T. I graduated from NUS Singapore. So I graduated from food science and technology with a degree, and subsequently I pursue my specialist diploma in cosmetic science a few years later. And in 2016, 16, 17, 2016, yeah, I started my master. Okay, so now I got my Master of Human Nutrition from Deakin University in Australia. Yeah, so that's my simple background. Okay, so for those who know me, okay, I've given a lot of service, okay, a lot of lessons, okay, in forever living many years ago. Okay, I started working in forever living in 2013 and I left in 2019. Okay, so currently I'm a lecturer in an institution in Singapore here. Okay, so there's some simple background about myself. So we have just half an hour, so let's get started. Okay, so for today, right, the format for my sharing here will be very simple. I'm going to share with you what is free radicals, okay, the things that antioxidant is tackling. So I'll go a little bit more in depth into the science of free radicals and also the antioxidants. And subsequently, I will share with you why antioxidant is good for us and how to choose a good antioxidant products and what a specialty about the Pomesteen here. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first of all, for the first slide here, I hope everyone can see my share screen. Okay, let me check the chat. Can you see my screen here? Anyone? Okay, can. Thanks. Okay, so first one, what is free radicals? Okay, a lot of people heard of free radicals before. Okay, when you read the literature, when you go online and search, or you watch any video sharing, especially on social media, you heard about free radicals. But what exactly is free radicals? Okay, so the science part about it, in our world, okay, anything around us, in our environments, in our human body, when every single thing is broken down into the smallest unit. Okay, for example, your skin, the table that you are using, or even the laptop that you're listening now, anything, okay, when it's broken down into the smallest molecular level, okay, we can find something what we call atom. Okay, so within that atom, okay, we have small little structure that looks like what is it, what you can see here on the screen. Okay, so when we dissect an atom, we will have a few things inside. Okay, the internal central one, okay, this thing we call the nucleus. Okay, within the nucleus, we have proton and neutron. Okay, which proton itself, you see the P start with P. Okay, proton itself, it carries positive charge. Okay, so it's a plus sign. Okay, the things surrounding the small little nucleus over here, okay, within the orbit, okay, these are what we call electron. Okay, electron is carrying negative charge. Okay, so proton with positive charge and electron with negative charge. So when you hear about charge, you may associate this with electricity. Okay, but in fact, it's not just electricity. Anything that is with chemical reaction is when the charge is working against or with each other. Okay, so this is how atom is working. So when we dissect every single thing back to the smallest basic unit, okay, we find an atom. When this atom is not doing any kind of chemical reaction, this is a stable atom. Okay, when it is stable, it means that it has zero charge. So for example here, okay, you can see this atom here, the outer orbit, okay, we have 8 electron. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8 electron is 4 pairs of electron. Every 2 of them, right, matches each other and become a pair. So when they are matching and we work within a pair, 8 electron here carry 8 negative charge. And internally, okay, this neutron is actually carrying 8 positive charge proton effect. Okay, this 8 positive and 8 negative here make it a zero charge in equivalent. Okay, so this is a stable atom without any molecular reaction. Okay, no chemical reaction, no physical reaction, no electricity charges. Okay, so this is what we call the stability. So what is free radicals? In simple terms, free radicals means that this atom loses 1 electron. So when it loses 1 electron, it becomes like this. Okay, the second pictures over here. Okay, the diagram here. You can count the electron now at the outer orbit left only with 7 electron, which is essentially 3.5 pairs. So 3.5 pairs, right? There's 1 electron without a partner. Okay, when there is no partner for this electron, this small little lonely electron, it is looking for another electron to come inside so that it can get stabilized. Because the thing is, originally inside, okay, near the proton, it is still carrying 8 positive charge. But now it is only 7 electron out here is 7 negative. So originally it was stable. Okay, but now because of certain reaction happening, okay, 1 electron is lost. So now this whole atom is with a what we call weak positive charge. 8 plus and 7 minus, you get 1 plus. Okay, so it is a very weak positive charge over here. Okay, so this is what we call free radicals. Why? Because this thing is very active and is keep looking, actively looking for another 1 single electron to come inside here and pair up. Okay, so this is how free radicals is being formed inside the body, losing 1 electron. And yes, this is a free radicals created. It is looking forward to get another 1 single electron to get stabilized. Okay, so this is how this is how chemically free radicals is being formed. But naturally, in our human body, how does it happen? Okay, why 1 single atom can lose 1 single electron out from the orbit, external orbit over there? Okay, what could have caused these whole things to happen or the chain reactions to happen? Okay, there are 2 major factors. Okay, the first one is inner and the other one is outer. So internally in our human body, when we breathe, okay, we get oxygen into our body. This is very important because oxygen helps the burning of food to create energy. So this process is what we call metabolism. Okay, so metabolism is essentially you breathe in your oxygen and this oxygen helps the combustion, the burning of your food to create energy. So the metabolism process is just like you're burning. Okay, just imagine you are carrying 1 paper and you light up your lighter, you burn that paper. okay, what we will see, okay, you will see smoke coming out and eventually ashes is being formed. Okay, so this whole process is very similar to burning process in our body. You will have certain sub-product. So from this process, one of the sub-product is actually free radicals. Okay, it will happen. Okay, it will definitely happen, and it is always there. Okay, there's no way we can stop this whole thing to happen unless we don't burn our food. Okay, so as long as we are burning our food, metabolism happens, you have free radicals being created. Okay, that's for sure. So that's first thing. Second thing is when you get injury, any kind of injury, from a small minor cut on your finger, or even you had a big accident, you broke your legs or something happens into your internal organ. So injury itself can cause free radicals to form. And another one is called inflammation. Okay, inflammation is as if you got an infection. Okay, you got an infection through your nose. So you have flu, you have sore throat, you have coughing. Okay, some inflammation is happening on your upper respiratory tract. So this inflammation will also cause free radicals to form in your body. Okay, that's the second thing. But later I'm going to discuss the second things over here in terms of injury and inflammation. It is actually good for recovery. Later I will touch on this. And next one, sports. Okay, essentially sport is when you breathe a lot, right? Okay, a lot of oxygen goes into your body burns energy faster and more energy is being created. So within sports, okay, when you do exercise, your body creates a little bit more free radicals compared to a normal metabolism rate. Okay, so that's internally. Inside our body, it happens naturally. So external one is actually how you get exposed to and increase the chance of free radicals being created. So outer factors over here, you have four. Okay, first one is radiation. Okay, the things that you can see out here. Okay, radiation usually is when you're working at a radioactive environment or you are getting in touch of certain kind of radioactive materials. Okay, so for example, in your house, okay, one of the things that emitting radiation the most is actually your microwave oven. Okay, so one thing I always share with attendees, if the microwave oven is cooking, right? Okay, you know that is cooking, is spinning inside with a light, and it will have some ting sound after it is finished. Okay, that ting sound is actually very useful. Why? It is telling you that when I'm cooking, you go away. When I'm done, I will call you back. Okay, so when your microwave oven is cooking, right, you don't stand at the side and watch it cooking, lah. Okay, because some of the microwave radiation may escape from the machines and reach on your body and create free radicals. Okay, so that's one of the example. Okay, but the food that is being cooked by microwave oven has no radiation. Okay, it doesn't have any radioactive substance or residue inside, so don't worry. Okay, that one is safe. It's just that when it is cooking, you don't stand at the side. Okay, so that's radiation, one radiation example. Okay, the second one is cigarettes. Okay, one cigarette contains more than 700 chemicals inside. Okay, half of them will create free radicals in your body. Okay, so the best thing is don't smoke and don't get near to people who are smoking. Okay, so that's external exposure. The next one, pollution. Cigarette smoke is one of them. Okay, other than that, industrial emissions. Okay, your vehicle emissions. Okay, so all these will create free radicals in your body if you are exposed. Okay, besides breathing in, your skin exposure to these pollutants, it causes free radicals as well. And lastly, industry chemical. Okay, some people you're working in industry, you need to use certain kind of solvent to wash something. You need to use certain kind of solvent to dissolve something so that you can formula some products out. Okay, all these industry chemicals will more or less, okay, through breathing, through contact, through exposure, will create more free radicals in your body as well. Okay, so these are two types of formation. Okay, when you have internal, natural occurring, and also external, okay, your exposure to the environment, you get exposed to all these things, it increases the numbers or the amount of free radicals that's being created in your body. Okay, so this is the one that I'm going to share with you. We know that free radicals is not good, okay, but it is essential and it's very critical to human body, okay, for certain kind of function. Okay, so we can't get rid of them totally. Okay, we can't have zero free radicals in our body. Okay, why? They are not actually an enemy. First of all, free radicals and oxidative stress, okay, the process that it is being created, are the core working mechanism of our immunity. Okay, so basically our immune system is the gut. Okay, it's like police or the army of your country. Okay, it is guarding against external attack, external invasion. Okay, those external invasion inclusive of the COVID-19 virus now, okay, the bacteria, the common bacteria or fungus, a lot of external things will come into the human body. So how are we going to kill them? Okay, our body can create a lot of things. Okay, for example, antibody engulfing all the external materials. And one of the weapons that is being used by our immune cell, our white blood cell, is to create free radicals so that these free radicals will create oxidation process and kill the bacteria or kill the virus. Okay, so this is what happens in human body. So if you do not have any free radicals, or you keep taking too much of antioxidants and diminish all the free radicals activity in your body, chances are you're going to fall sick very easily because you lack of defense mechanism. Okay, so I always share one very important concept in wellness and health or well-being is to get something we call balance. Okay, we can't go extremity. Okay, we can't go too much on any direction. Okay, if something is good, yeah, just take it in a balanced way. Okay, just take it adequately. If you're going to take it too much, okay, it's going to do more harm than good into your body. Same thing that goes with antioxidants. If you're taking too much of antioxidants, okay, you diminish all the oxidative stress process in your body. You don't have any weapon to fight any external viruses or bacteria that comes inside. Okay, so you have to have certain free radicals working. Yeah, that's that's one of their first function. Secondly, some of the hormones and biochemical needs. Again, in our body, we do have a lot of hormones and a lot of biochemical reaction is happening here and there. We need free radicals as a messenger. In simple way, free radicals work as like carrying a message, okay, from one point to another point. So for example, we have thyroid gland here. Okay, but the thyroxine, that hormones itself, right, it works everywhere in our body, okay, so that it can help our body to burn food into energy. Okay, that's one of the function of your thyroid hormone. Okay, so how does thyroid hormones being secreted from the thyroid gland here reach everywhere, every part of our body? It needs one thing called messenger. Okay, so one of the messenger that carries all these messages is actually free radicals. Okay, so internally in our body, there are plenty, okay, if not millions of free radicals happening every minutes, every seconds, but they do have their own functions to be carried out. So one of the function is actually hormones and some other biochemical reaction as well. Okay, that's the second function. Thirdly, free radicals involved in many natural process of the cell lifespan. So you just imagine in our human body, we have trillions of cells, a lot, okay, a lot of them. Every single cell will go through the same process as any living things, born, growing up, age, and eventually die off. Okay, so the whole process of the aging and dying off, you need someone to keep it away and then clean it up. Okay, so free radicals work in this way. When the free radicals realize that when our immune system realize that there are a lot of aging cells at certain tissue, we need to get rid of it, and so that we have space for the newborn cell to come up. So how are we going to get rid of all these old aging cell? Okay, the body will create free radicals so that they can eliminate the old aging cell to give space, okay, for the newborn cell to come out. Okay, so this is what free radicals are being used, okay, in our body by the immune system. Okay, so they are not truly enemy. Naturally occurring free radicals is important for all of our bodily function. Okay, so that's something for you to take note. Okay, let's go on. Although, okay, it is natural occurring, but when it is too much, okay, when you have too many free radicals, especially through all the exposure we shared just now, if you're getting too much of free radicals being created, what happened? Okay, the health risk, the health impact that come from the free radicals, there are a few of them. I only choose three major one here. The first one is cardiovascular disease, okay, CVD. Okay, so why cardiovascular disease? In simple terms, when you have free radicals reaction in our body, is called oxidation. And that oxidation process, when it happens on your blood vessels, it will cause hardening. Okay, so free radicals trying to get one electron from somewhere. Okay, so that somewhere can be your healthy atoms at your blood vessel wall. So when these free radicals bang on your blood vessel wall, trying to rob one electron away from it, the healthy atoms from your blood vessels wall is lacking one electron. So it will create one small little chain reaction and eventually lead to what we call injury on your blood vessel. Okay, the whole process can be very detailed. Okay, I'm not going to share so much here. It's just to share with you that okay, when electron is lost from the blood vessel's wall, okay, the whole process will become a chain reaction and eventually causing injury, and at last you get hardening on your blood vessel. And hardening of the blood vessels is one of the major factors that cause the blockage and lead to heart attack. Okay, so that's the first one. Second thing, cancer. A lot of you may heard of okay, free radicals cause cancer or lead to cancer. Okay, not exactly cause. Okay, the cause and effect is not that clear yet. Okay, but it is one of the factors. Okay, why is that so? Because you just imagine free radicals attack your body tissue and eventually it may reaches your cell level or cellular level and reach into the nucleus. Within our nucleus, we carry all our inheritance information, okay, all our genetic information inside what we call DNA. DNA carry all the messages for our cell. So when free radicals attack the DNA and restructure the DNA, something's bad will happen. Why? Because DNA is our own body cell. Okay, but when this DNA is being restructured, it doesn't carry any memory, meaning that the new DNA that is being created doesn't remember any single things about its function and also its responsibility. So it only knows two things, okay, for the restructured DNA, eat and grow, okay, or eat or reproduce. So it will eat very fast and reproduce a lot. So this happens when inside our body, this thing will start to rob the nutrients and start to grow very, very fast, eventually become a tumor. And when this tumor start to attack surrounding body tissue, this is what we call cancer. Okay, so this is a close association. When you have too much of free radicals, it will start to attack your body cell, eventually restructure your DNA. It can cause cancerous change in our body. Yeah, because we all know that cancer cell doesn't come from outside. Cancer cell actually changes, okay, within our body. Okay, so one of the leading factor could be free radicals that cause a problem. Okay, so that's the second one. Okay, number three, degenerative disorders. This one usually come together with what we call the aging process. Okay, so when you start aging, okay, there are more free radicals compared to the repairing forces. So it can cause damage on the eyes, on the nerves, and you get a lot of degenerative issues. Okay, so that degenerative disorders come with aging, could be the issue with free radicals as well. So if you can reduce the number of free radicals, not totally eliminate them, okay, but to reduce to a certain manageable number, okay, it can help you to delay your aging. Doesn't necessarily mean that you won't age, you won't get old, okay, but just imagine when you're 60 years old, but you still look like 30, 40s, right? You're more than happy. Yeah, that's what we mean when you can control your free radicals to a very manageable number. Okay, so when we look at free radicals, right, we know that antioxidant is very useful. But in fact, our body knows the same way. Okay, it works in the same way as well. Free radicals is being created, okay, but how to counteract when free radicals is uncontrollable because it causes chain reaction. Okay, so in human body, we do have self-regulation. For example, we have two here. I'm not going into detail, just to share with you some of the example. Free radicals neutralizing enzyme, okay, created by our own body. There are three. Okay, superoxide dismutase, SOD, catalase, and also glutathione peroxidase. So there are three of them. Okay, from the slides here, you can see this NGCU things, right? Just to share with you how your body create all these antioxidant, free radicals neutralizing enzymes is by getting the raw material from your minerals. Okay, so you don't eat them. Okay, you don't eat this SOD catalase from your food. Okay, because if you eat from outside, it will be digested into protein and amino acid, you get nothing. Okay, so it has to be created naturally from your body. So what you do is actually supplying the sufficient raw material for your body to build them. So for SOD, you have magnesium, okay, from green leafy vegetable. You have copper, okay, copper also from vegetables and fruits. Okay, zinc from seafoods. Okay, so these are things you can supply for SOD production. Here you have ferrum. Ferrum is your iron, Fe. Okay, this is coming from your red meat, and also selenium. Okay, selenium is one very important antioxidant supply, and this one can come from certain nuts and some of the seafoods that contains selenium as well. Okay, so the next one is antioxidant chemicals, naturally in our body as well, glutathione and uric acid. Okay, share a little bit on uric acid. Okay, we know that uric acid is associated with one issue we call it as gout. If you have too much of uric acid, okay, your uric acid will crystallize near your small little joints at your fingers or your toes, usually at the toes. And when it goes into your joint, it causes inflammation and injury, and your whole toes is swollen up and it's super painful. Okay, that condition is what we call gout. Okay, so that's uric acid coming from too much of purine from our food. Okay, but uric acid, it is always there inside. Okay, if you happen to read blood test report or had blood test report interpreted for you before, you see this thing called uric acid. You always have a number inside. Even though you control your food so well, the number is still inside. Okay, why? Because uric acid has its own function. Okay, it is a functional component as part of our antioxidants in the body. Okay, it's part of the antioxidant system in human body. Okay, so whenever you have this protein diet, okay, you eat your meat, your dairy, your nuts, okay, certain fraction of the purine will be changed into uric acid, and this uric acid is not just subproduct, okay, but it also carry out some antioxidant function in our body to help you to reduce free radicals. Okay, so that is what happens in our body. So naturally, our body does have antioxidant processes to remove the free radicals. But the problem is nowadays, most of us, if not every one of us, okay, we are very stressful. Okay, we expose ourselves to a lot of pollutions. Okay, we eat anyhow. Okay, anything also can eat. Okay, we create a lot more free radicals than what our body can handle. Okay, that's why we need antioxidants coming from food to help us. Okay, so from this picture, right, you can see there are a lot of antioxidants that you can get, okay, from our food. Okay, the nutrients that contains antioxidant properties is down there. You can see vitamin A, C, E, okay, carotenoids, selenium, flavonoids, phenols. Okay, so from here you can see all the berries. Okay, the berries, the darker the color it is, okay, the more antioxidant power. And then you have this lycium, you have these dark chocolates, you have green tea, you have lemon, you have your cruciferous, you have your beets, you have your nuts and tomato. Okay, so there are a lot of foods that can supply antioxidants. So why do we need supplements? Okay, so why do we need supplements that comes together? A lot of people ask me, is supplement necessary, or is supplement something essential for daily life? I will always answer them in a very short response. If you can take all these things in a day without any problem, and you don't have that hassle to prepare or to buy them or to store them at home and eat it fresh, go ahead, you don't need supplement. So for supplement use, it is very simple, just for one word, convenience. If you can't prepare all these things, stock it and then store it at a proper temperature and storage condition and eat it when it is fresh. You don't have that convenience to do this thing. You don't have that capacity of time or even sometimes the budget to buy all these things, right? One of the way to help your body to at least make a maintenance is to use supplements. Okay, so just for that one word, convenience. Okay, if you can do all that things I shared above, right, then go ahead. You don't need supplement because anything from the fresh food is still the best. But the thing is, most of us, we don't have that time and capacity. Okay, so we use supplements to help us. Okay, at least okay, we can help to reduce some of the damage that is being created due to the exposure, okay, due to the stress that we have. Okay, so one of the products that is being shared over here is Pomesteen. Okay, we do directly into the function of antioxidants here. Okay, so Pomesteen is a very useful formulation. Okay, we have a lot of very useful antioxidant fruits, okay, within this formulation. Okay, we have pomegranate. Okay, pomegranates, we mainly use the pulp and the seeds of the pomegranate. Okay, the skin wise, not so much. Okay, mangosteen. A lot of people will start to wonder, hey, I tend to eat mangosteen quite often. So do I get the antioxidant? Unfortunately, no. The answer is no. Okay, when you eat the flesh of the mangosteen, the fruit itself, right, the antioxidant level is not high. The real antioxidants coming from mangosteen is actually at the rind, okay, at the skin. So the purple color, the dark purple color things, okay, that is where the antioxidant lies. Okay, not within the fruit, the whitish flesh fruit, right? That is not where the antioxidants is. Okay, so you can't really eat mangosteen every day or every week because mangosteen is seasonal. Okay, but the skin of the mangosteen, okay, is technically rubbish. Okay, but we can extract them and extract the xanthan and go into formulation for antioxidants. Okay, so mangosteen is very useful, but the useful thing is actually at the skin area. Okay, the next one is pear. Okay, pear has two functions. It has its own antioxidant, especially with the seeds, and also pear is very useful to do what we call flavor enhancer. Okay, pomesteen is very nice, very good tasting. One of the main contributor, I would say, is actually coming from the pear. Okay, it helps to enhance the flavor. And last but not least, okay, the three berries. Okay, the raspberry, blackberry, and blueberry. Okay, these are the what we call the antioxidant forces, which contains a lot of good antioxidant power coming from all these berries. If you are going to eat them individually by fruit, it's not very nice. Okay, raspberry is super sour, blackberry also very sour, and blueberry does have a little bit of bitter taste, and three of them are they are astringent. Okay, when you feel your tongue a little bit tart, okay, after you taste all these things. Okay, so all this, when it is being extracted and goes into a formulation, okay, with careful tasting and flavor, so you actually get one very nice and tasty antioxidant drink. Especially you get high ORAC number. Okay, ORAC number means that the antioxidant power, okay, within the juice is actually very, very high. Okay, so Pomesteen Power come with all these ingredients inside. And yeah, the next question people always ask, can my boy drink, can my girls drink, can my little kids drink, okay, can my ama drink, can my akong drink, and all this? Okay, the answer is very simple. Yes, everyone can drink. Okay, it's suitable for all ages. Okay, how about baby? Okay, so baby is very simple. Okay, the first food and the most useful food for baby is not this breast milk, sorry. Okay, so when the baby is still being breastfeeding, okay, the baby doesn't need any supplement at all. Okay, so if one antioxidants, right, go for the mother lah. Okay, so the mother will drink, then it may give the certain kind of benefits to the baby. Okay, but for baby, breast milk is still the best food for them. So when you can give Pomesteen Power, technically speaking, they don't need. Okay, there is no need for young little baby to have extra antioxidant power for their body. So when do they need? Okay, they start to get exposure outside. So usually I would say maybe for young, is no longer a baby, probably toddler, okay, 2.5 years, 3 years old, okay, start to go outside to the nursery to start to get exposure to external environment, then probably get a little bit for them. Yeah, you can start from there. Okay, but not necessary for very young children to take a lot of antioxidants. They do need. Okay, people who need more antioxidants is for those people who are down here. Okay, high stress level. Okay, high stress level, yeah, everyone is stressful. Like in Malaysia and Singapore here, we are all stressful. Okay, Malaysia is even more stressful now, okay, because of COVID-19. A lot of people lost their job. A lot of people can't really get businesses. Business is closing down. People are start to get very worried about their job, whether they can keep their job for another 3 months or 6 months, how to feed their family and things like that. Okay, I can feel everyone. Okay, in Singapore here, we can feel. Okay, for my family in Malaysia there, they are also very worried. Okay, so everyone is with a very high stress level. I didn't introduce myself. I'm from Malaysia. I'm pure Malaysian. I'm still carrying Malaysia, I see. Okay, so I know that in Malaysia, a lot of people are very, very stressed now. Okay, so probably, although you are not going out very often to get exposed to the pollution outside, but the stress coming from your mind is good enough to create free radicals. Okay, so take a little bit of antioxidants for yourself, which is good. And diet high in fats and fried food. Okay, if you love roti canai, char kway teow, fried chicken, ayam penyet, and all this, right? Please, okay, try to take antioxidant, because when you take all this fried food or even fat food, it creates more oxidation coming from the fats and also the frying oil. All this will create more free radicals in your body and eventually expose yourself for the issues that we discussed just now. Okay, so use antioxidants to counter all the extra free radicals that are coming from your food. Okay, next, contact with pollutants, radiation, chemicals. Okay, those people who are working with it or get a lot of exposure due to the pollution and contact, then probably you need more antioxidant compared to other people, other ordinary people. Okay, so these three groups is very important for them. And how to take it, suggested intake. Okay, very simple. Antioxidants, if you take too much, it's a wastage. You are not going to absorb them. You don't get any function coming from the antioxidant also. Okay, so every time, if you are going to take antioxidant, max 30 ml each time, you can increase your frequency, meaning that you can take 3 to 4 times a day. Okay, but every time, just remember you take it to 30 ml. If you take more than that, you want to take 50 ml or 80 ml, by all means you go. Okay, but probably another half of them is going to be wasted and pass out through your urine. Okay, because too much of antioxidants our body cannot use. Okay, it's over the antioxidant load already. Okay, so every time antioxidants take for this Pomesteen drink, okay, is 30 ml. Okay, you can increase the time, depends on your need. Okay, but 30 ml each is the recommended. How many times a day? Probably 1 or twice a day is good enough. Okay, depends on your needs. If you have high stress level, a lot of high fat and fried food, then probably you 3 times a day. Yeah, 30 ml each. And how to drink them? You can add together with normal plain water. Okay, but personally, I don't like that kind of taste because it's so nice by itself. Okay, you add in with plain water, right? It dilutes and it doesn't give that kind of flavor. So usually I will add in together with aloe vera gel, okay, which increase and enhance the flavor. Okay, so all things go together, and aloe vera gel can help to retain the antioxidant property, if not increase. Okay, it may not be double fold, okay, but at least 30% more. Okay, for the antioxidant property. Okay, so usually go together with aloe vera gel. It depends whether you want to add in with the original gel, you want to add it with berries. Okay, personally I like to add berries. Okay, I like that kind of a little bit of tanginess, but still very sharp. Okay, that sourness that comes in, that trigger that kind of appetite. I like that kind of feeling. Okay, so add with berries and Pomesteen, right? It's a very nice combination if you want to try. Okay, you go ahead and try. Okay, so this is the suggested intake, and particularly for those people who need them. Okay, yeah, 35 minutes. Okay, let's take some Q&A. Okay, Q&A, I'm not going to open up by asking through the mic because it could be a little bit very difficult to manage. Okay, you can type in the chat, okay, what questions you want to ask, and I can try my best to answer you. I may not have answer for every single question, okay, but I try my best. Okay, I give you around 5 minutes, okay, for you to ask the question so that I can address here. So if you want to ask anything for the Q&A, you can start typing at the chat, then I'll read from there and I'll answer you. Okay, so I see here, besides all the response just now, air fryer got free radicals or not? Air fryer got free radicals, yes. Why is that so? Because even it is not using any oil, okay, air fryer is using the convection of the air, but it's the increment of the temperature and the original oil content of the meat. So it creates oxidation inside. So although it's not as much, okay, but it does still contains a little bit of free radical oxidation. Yeah, but air fryer is a lot healthier in a way. Can Pomesteen be regular drink like ice syrup? Ice syrup is not regular drink. Ice syrup is not healthy. Can. Okay, Pomesteen can be a regular drink. Okay, as long as you think you have the need. Okay, you have the need, you think that you are stressful, and then when you're stressful, you drink Pomesteen, you feel better, go ahead. Okay, can diabetic person use this? Short answer is yes. Okay, long answer is it depends on the condition of that person. Okay, we do not have the so-called the sucrose, the sugar, real sugar inside the Pomesteen. Okay, but okay, when this person have very sensitive reactions towards any fruit juices, especially when the person is already under injection of insulin, be careful. Okay, when you take Pomesteen, you do your blood sugar test. If it's not shooting up like a very steep curve, then you are fine. Okay, so short answer is yes, you can drink. Okay, probably maybe 20 to 30 is okay one. Yeah. Okay, people doing cancer can drink or not. Okay, that's the common questions to ask. Okay, so I want to clarify here. People who are doing cancer treatment, meaning that it's already under treatment by the doctor always ask the doctor. Okay, because from the literature and research, we find that recently, okay, there are a lot of research being done. It was saying that if you are taking too much of antioxidant supplements, okay, from fruit juices or any other form of antioxidants, it may interfere with certain treatment of cancer. Okay, so I cannot like blanket answer for every single type of treatment. Okay, so my best advice is ask the doctor, because doctors is always being updated with the new treatment and also new control indication to the treatment. Okay, so antioxidants is one of the main topic nowadays. So ask the doctor whether or not can be used during the treatment. Yeah, so that's the best thing we can say. If the doctor say yes, can take antioxidants to reduce the side effect, then go with the normal dosage, for example, at 30 ml 2 or 3 times a day. Okay, but if the doctor say no, cannot, because antioxidants may interfere with the drugs that is being used in chemotherapy, then don't drink. Okay, so this one depends on how the doctor, because we don't know the medication that's being used by the doctor. Okay. So if thyroid patient can drink more than 30 ml or not, no point lah. Every time 30 ml. If you want to drink more, you drink more time, but each time 30. We don't go more than 30. Can pregnant woman drink Pomesteen? Okay, my answer is very simple. Because Pomesteen, usually we keep in the fridge. And when it's taken out, it can be quite cold. So for pregnant mother or even breastfeeding mother or confinement mother, if they want to drink Pomesteen, make sure that the Pomesteen is at room temperature. Okay, don't drink something that's very cooling. Yeah, that's what I can say. Okay, super green versus Pomesteen antioxidant side, which have higher antioxidant. Oh, I don't have research number, so I can't answer this. Sorry. Okay, when is the best time to drink Pomesteen? Empty stomach or after food? Doesn't really matter. Okay, doesn't really matter. Okay, you want to drink before your meal, as long as you don't feel your stomach is too sourish and things like that, you can go with empty stomach. But usually I will advise people to take in between meals, 1.5 hours after your meal. Yeah, that's the best time. Okay. Is it better to drink? Yeah, okay. Can fibroid person consume it? Definitely, yes, no problem with fibroid. Okay. Any more questions you would like to clarify? 1 or 2 more, I still can take. No? Okay, if there's no other questions, I'll end my session for today. Pardon me, okay, because the time is very short, so I will have to go a little bit faster than normal speed. Okay, so thanks for your time. Okay, thanks for coming over to support. I hope you learned something here. Okay, let's hope for next session. Okay, if we have chance, we meet again and share more other nutritional knowledge with you. Thank you and see you again. Take care, everyone. Okay, please go and register for your COVID-19 vaccination. Okay, take care before you go out.
Mr.
Yeah, remember your
Hey,
mask
Mr.
and all
T.
this. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thanks, Venus. Bye-bye.